I know. You want to be that dude who, when you walk into a room, you turn people's heads. As you walk by, you're going to be casting this nice, strong, seductive scent trail that's going to be having everyone's attention. Everyone's going to be looking around, trying to figure out where the source of that smell is coming from, and it's going to be coming from you, man. If that's what you're after, this is going to be the video for you. Today, I'm going to be going over 10 fragrances that cast an intoxicating scent trail. These are fragrances that have great sillage. So what I want to clarify here is, for me personally, sillage is different from projection. For me, projection is how far a fragrance pushes out. Like if I'm standing still, how far it's pushing out from me. Whereas sillage is where it kind of lingers in the air and leaves a trail behind me. Because I found personally from my own testing that not all fragrances will actually leave a scent trail. There can be fragrances that project a decent amount, but they just don't leave any sillage. I don't want you to get this video confused with strong projecting fragrances. That's going to be a video all on its own where I go over fragrances that have very strong projection. This one is all about the scent trail. If you want to leave your mark, if you want everyone to know that you were just in the room, these are going to be the fragrances to do it. Couple quick things before we get into the video. First things first, let me know down in the comments what fragrances leave the best scent trail or sillage in your opinion. That's in your collection. And the second thing is, if you're new here to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications and give this video a thumbs up. I'm posting videos just like this one 6 times a week. So doing all that, make sure that these videos show up on your YouTube feed and also are delivered directly to your phone via a notification. I try to reply to all comments within the first hour of posting a video, so having the notifications on helps make sure that I can get to your comment. Alright, enough talking. Let's go and jump right into this. Starting off with the first fragrance on this list, that one is Yves Saint Laurent Rive Gauche Pour Homme. So I love Rive Gauche Pour Homme. This has become one of my personal favorites. This is kind of known as one of the best barbershop fragrances out there. And I'll be honest with you, barbershop fragrances didn't catch my interest until recently. I didn't think it was going to be something that I was into. I didn't really think I was going to like them that much, but I've really fallen in love with these classic fragrances. Fragrances like this, these aromatic fougere fragrances. This is one of the best out there. It's one of my personal favorites, and the sillage that this fragrance leaves is incredible. This one casts such a nice scent trail. It smells so good and it lingers so long in the air. This is going to be a head turner for sure. It's going to have people looking around thinking, who is that guy that just walked in? Because this fragrance smells successful. It smells like a guy who knows what's up. It smells like a guy who is successful. It smells like a guy who is mature and a gentleman. That's the type of vibe this fragrance puts off. So that's why I'm starting off this video with Yves Saint Laurent Rive Gauche Pour Homme, one of my personal favorite barbershop scents, and this one leaves a great scent trail. Up next, we have another fragrance that kind of fits into Yves Saint Laurent Rive Gauche category. That one is Chanel Platinum Egoiste. So this is another scent that I absolutely love. Soon as I got my hands on this bottle and smelled it, I fell in love. I loved it right away. I knew this fragrance was perfect for me and really fit my taste very well. This kind of, again, fits into somewhat of that barbershop type of category. It just smells like a gentleman. It smells like success. This one is clean, fresh, masculine. It just is incredible. Really, really nice scent. It is a Chanel fragrance, so it really has that signature Chanel quality that you just tend to get from all of the releases. It's something where you can just kind of tell when it's a Chanel fragrance just because of the blend of notes, the quality, just how it smells. It's a Chanel all the way through. I love it. It's great, great scent. And this one leaves an incredible scent trail. This is another one where it's going to be turning heads. People are going to be looking for the most handsome, most mature looking guy in the room. So if you want to kind of portray that for yourself, definitely check this fragrance out. Chanel Platinum Egoiste, one of my personal favorites. It leaves a great scent trail, like I've said, and it just is a winner. Moving up next here, we have Baccarat Rouge 540. So this one is going to be a little bit more expensive. This one comes in at a little bit over $300 for the 70 ml bottle size at retail. You can kind of get this cheaper in some other places, but talking about retail is going to run you a little bit more money. So it's going to be for some bigger spenders out there, but if you sample this fragrance and you like it, I don't see why there's any reason not to save up and grab yourself a bottle. And of course, there is some different alternatives out there. There are some colognes and other things that can get you pretty close. But Baccarat Rouge 540, this scent and this scent DNA just is killer. And this one leaves a crazy scent trail. This one not only has great projection, but the trail that it leaves is just straight up intoxicating. It smells so good in the air, and it smells so much better in the air versus if you sprayed it on your skin and smelled it like that. It can be a little bit weird and a little bit off-putting if you do spray it and smell it directly off your skin. If you just spray this and you dig into it, it's not going to be for everyone, and I really don't recommend you do that. This is one where you want to spray it on, you want to let it kind of come to you in the air. That's when it smells the best, and that's why it leaves such a great scent trail and why it's going to be turning so many heads. This really smells like nothing out there. That's why I love it so much. Great scent. It is a unisex fragrance, so anyone can pull it off, man or woman. It doesn't really matter. It's going to smell great on whoever. This one is just great. One of my personal favorite niche fragrances has Baccarat Rouge 540, casts an amazing sillage. Moving up next, we have Dior Homme Intense. So, another one of my personal favorites. This is probably one of my favorite designer fragrances that I own. It's up there. I'm not saying it's my number one favorite because it's probably not. I do have a lot of fragrances and I have a lot of them, or at least a decent amount of them that I really like. So I'm not going to say this is my number one favorite designer, but it's close. It really is close. In terms of unique designer fragrances, this one has to be pretty close to number one. I mean, this stuff is incredible. 100% a masterpiece in my opinion, and this is one that leaves a great scent trail. That's why it's in this video. When you spray this one on and you walk into a room, especially when it's kind of cold outside, the trail that it's going to leave is going to be incredible. It's going to smell amazing. Again, this is one where it smells much better in the air. If you spray this one on your skin and you smell it, it's not going to be for everyone. It's a little bit powdery. It's got the iris note, which is the prominent main note, and that can kind of come across a little bit different. It's going to be something different, but in the air, it's a whole different story. It smells incredible. So if you're testing this one, this is another one where you're going to want to spray it on. You're going to want to come to you in the air. That's when it's going to smell the best, and that's also when you're going to get the most attention from this fragrance. So Dior Homme Intense, one of my personal favorites, such a unique, timeless designer fragrance, and it leaves a great scent trail. Moving up next, we have Creed Aventus. So I'm sure you saw this one coming. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but regardless, Creed Aventus, yeah. Love it or hate it, this one leaves an incredible scent trail. This is another one when you hear people talk about getting compliments from this fragrance, 9 times out of 10, or I guess I can't say 9 times out of 10, but most of the time, that's going to be from when the scent has kind of lingered around in the air, because this one is very strong. Again, so if you spray this one right on your hand and you smell it up close, it's very strong. It's very peppery. It's very citrusy, very woody. That's not going to be the best move. It's going to blow out your nose senses, and I mean, you're not going to be able to smell anything for a while after that. It causes olfactory fatigue very quickly. So this one is best smelled in the air. So if you spray this one on, you walk through a room, people are going to know you're there. It can linger in room and in the air for long periods of time. It's crazy stuff. It really does work. Trust me, just take my word for it. This one hangs around in the air for a long time. I've had people say that they knew I was like there at the house or whatever just because they could smell my fragrance in the other room when I walked through that room. So this really just crazy stuff here. Crazy hang time, I guess you could say. Crazy sillage, scent trail making abilities with this one. And yeah, it is Creed Aventus. Love it or hate it, it's just one of those fragrances that just works. Great performance, great smell. This is a good one. Up next, we have Armani Code Absolute. So I love this fragrance. I've really been enjoying this one. Really nice tonka bean vanilla sweet fragrance. And this one, I'll be honest, projection isn't really the best, and I talked about that in my review. But I will say, the scent trail that this one leaves is incredible, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. There can be fragrances that don't really project that well, but they do, for whatever reason, leave a nice trail behind you. And this is one of those fragrances. It really does leave such a nice, soft, intoxicating scent trail. That tonka bean, that vanilla, it's just to die for. It smells incredible. Again, this is one where it smells much better in the air. So if it smells maybe a little bit harsh or something when you're testing it up close, just let it work its magic in the air, especially in the fall and winter cooler months. it's going to be a great scent to wear. Armani Code Absolu, great new release this year. One of my personal favorite new releases. I'm super happy to have this one in the collection. And yeah, I love this scent. Really great sillage fragrance. Up next, we have Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum. So the good old EDP of Sauvage. Now you may be asking, why the EDP? Why isn't it the Eau de Toilette? Why isn't it the Parfum? Why isn't it the very cool spray? Why is it the EDP? And to be honest with you, I don't fully know. I've tested all these fragrances. I mean, the EDT I've had a ton of experience with that fragrance. I own 5 bottles of the Eau de Toilette. I've worn a ton of it, so I know how that one behaves. And that one does have really strong projection, but it doesn't necessarily leave like a nice scent trail behind me. The Parfum sits closer to the skin, and it does leave a scent trail more so than the EDT. The Parfum also lasts the longest out of all of these, at least that I found, or at least pretty close. It's kind of splitting hairs, but it lasts a very long time. The EDP, on the other hand, this one is one where it just leaves an incredible sillage, an incredible scent trail. Projection on this one is toned down a little bit compared to the Eau de Toilette. It does project more than the Parfum, so it kind of fits in the middle. Longevity is also great as well, but where this one kills it is the trail that it leaves behind you. It just smells incredible when you smell it in the air like that coming off of someone. And again, I'm not fully sure why this one behaves like that compared to the others. This one does have just a little bit more of a sweetness compared to the Eau de Toilette, and it also takes away those harsh edges. It basically smooths everything out. So for whatever reason, this one leaves a scent trail more so than all of the other ones. Really the best out of all the Sauvage fragrances in terms of the sillage that it leaves. So if you're not necessarily looking for a super loud projection monster or anything like that, you kind of want something that fits in the middle, gives you a little bit of projection, gives you a lot of longevity and a nice scent trail. Sauvage EDP is the way to go. Still recommend the EDP even though the Parfum is out, and I still recommend the Eau de Toilette even though the Parfum is out. They're all still fantastic. They all still have their uses, and of course the very cool spray, still recommend that one as well. But the EDP of Sauvage leaves a great scent trail. That's why it made it in the video. Up next we have Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme. So this one gets a lot of hate nowadays for its performance issues, quote unquote, and also the fact that it is very popular. So here's the thing with La Nuit de l'Homme. This never had great performance to begin with. I own the first formulation batches, the 4-digit OG batches of La Nuit de l'Homme, and guess what? Those aren't beast mode on my skin. They sit relatively close to the skin for the most part, and they last 7, 8, 9 hours or so on average. Nothing crazy. But La Nuit de l'Homme itself, just the scent, leaves a credible scent trail. Even though it's not projecting across the room, the trail that it leaves behind you is incredible. It is truly intoxicating. It smells fantastic in the air. Up close, this one is strong. It is a little bit sharp. The cardamom note really is no joke. It really kind of hits you in the nose. It's very strong, very spicy. But in the air, kind of smooths out. The lavender kind of gives it an aromatic feel, and it really just wisps through the air in such a great way. That's when this one smells the best. La Nuit de l'Homme, in my opinion, still worth owning even though it is popular. Yeah, just a great one. Leaves a great scent trail. Up next we have Mancera Cedrat Boisé. So I love Cedrat Boisé. This is a work of its own. This a lot of times gets compared to Aventus, which we talked about earlier. You know, it kind of has just a slight similarity to Aventus in the opening, but after that, it's its own fragrance, 100%, completely its own original thing. And the scent trail that this one leaves, it's amazing. I love this scent. I always forget how much I like Cedrat Boisé. I kind of forget that I have it, and I don't wear it as much as I really should, but it just smells incredible, especially in the air. This leaves a really nice scent trail. Like this one lingers around for a long time. It's fruity, it's woody, it's a little bit sweet. Just an amazing scent. If you're wanting to get into niche fragrances and you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money and you want something that's versatile and that you can wear for anything, Cedrat Boisé, one of the best places to start. This was my personal first niche fragrance. This is the first one I ever picked up. This is what got me into collecting niche fragrances right here. So really great one. Still holds a special place in my heart. Still makes it in my videos to this day because it's that good of a scent. Mancera Cedrat Boisé. And finally, the last fragrance we have is Ultra Male. This one leaves an incredible scent trail. You guys already know. Super, super strong, super, super potent, and it wisps behind you for a long time, basically for miles, to pretty close. I mean, this one really is strong. It's got that vanilla, that pear, lavender. There's a whole bunch going on in this scent. There's a lot of cinnamon as well. Just leaves a great scent trail behind you. Smells very alluring and just amazing. So guys, there you have it. That was my video on 10 fragrances that leave the best scent trail. So if you want to be that guy that's turning heads and that's really kind of getting people talking, be like, ooh, who was that? You know, what fragrance is that? These are the ones that are going to do it for you. And of course, there are other ones out there that will do the same thing. These are just the ones in my personal experience and my personal collection as well that tend to leave the best scent trail. So don't forget to let me know down below which fragrances in your collection leave the best scent trail, and that's going to do it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe down below, turn on post notifications, do all that, and have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Take care, man. Guys, I gotta jump in here real quickly and tell you about our new company, Fragrance Match. What we've developed is a subscription service where each month you get 2 5 ml fragrance samples of your choice delivered directly to you. What sets our website apart from the others is the fact that 1, we're cheaper, and 2, we send you 2 fragrances each month instead of only 1. And what's so crazy about this whole deal is the fact that we're offering this for only $9.99 a month. There's no shipping, there's no fees, $9.99 a month, and you're getting 2 high quality designer fragrances of your choice each month. That deal, that's insane. I don't know how we're doing this. In fact, I don't know why we're doing it this cheap. If you want to get in on this deal while you can, go check it out. The first link down below. $9.99 a month for 2 5 ml designer fragrances. Guys, if you haven't signed up yet, seriously, hit that link, go sign up. Thank you guys so much for the support.